Hey everybody, welcome to System Test 34. So the theme for this system test is going to be a mid-1990s FCI system that's going to consist of a bunch of devices that I purchased and removed from a bank building that was being demolished at the end of last month. So what you're looking at here is an FCI FC72 fire alarm control panel, and if you've watched some of my recent videos you may have seen some of the other devices from the bank demolition that I featured on my channel. Now, unfortunately, if you've seen the size of my display board for my systems, I don't have enough room on there to install and operate the FC72, so all of the bank demolition FCI devices are mounted up on the sxl-ex system. So let's move up a little bit and take a look at what we have installed. As you might have expected, the pull stations today are two FCI MS2s, which I'll add are an absolute pain to mount. You'll see that the one over there on the left side of the board is on an actual FCI MS2 back box. That didn't actually come from the bank, that I've just had laying around for a while. And then, although you can't see it very well, this station is on just a standard single gang extender ring, and it's really the size of the terminals on the back of these stations that make them so difficult to fit onto a standard back box, especially when the boxes are configured like mine where the conduit enters from the side. So anyways, over on the left side, the station that looks a little bit cleaner and doesn't have a number written on it brightly in permanent marker like this one, that one came from the very main entrance of the bank, so it was mounted right off to the side of the glass doors where you would walk in. And this station right here with it should be a number 2, but it looks more like a number 7, that was down in the basement. I think this came from it was on the western end of the building below one of the staircases, and this one, in contrast to the other one, wasn't mounted on a back box. It was just up against the drywall, so that's why there's a little bit of drywall staining in certain areas on the device. So let's move ahead and take a look at the notification appliances. Up on the NAC1 spot we have what is currently the only FCI branded notification appliance in my collection. And much like the pull station down below, this was removed from the basement of the bank in what they considered the break room. If we zoom in on the labels now, you can see that this is an FCI model HP with a FCI FSL strobe mounted on the front of it. And you'll see that this is a Series B4 horn, and I'll get back to that in a minute. And then you can also see it does have a longer model number after HP, which I think that's because, as you can see right next to the FCI logo, at this time, which was around like 1994, FCI was owned by Kidde, and that longer number, that 1303, seems to match up pretty closely with Kidde's internal model numbering sequence. So we're going to go ahead and move on over to the next device. If any of you watching have seen my new fire alarm devices video for July 2017, the cat's already out of the bag on this one. But for anyone else, what we have here appears at first glance to be a standard Federal Signal 4050D horn. But just like on the FCI horn, we're going to take a closer look at the ID tag, and we're going to discover something pretty special about this particular horn. Taking a look at the ID tag, you'll see that this is indeed a Federal Signal 4050D, but you'll also notice right here that this is a Series C2 horn, and you also notice that the label on here looks a little bit different from Federal Signal standard labels. It almost looks a little bit more like a Faraday label, and well, that's because it is. The C2 series contains the Faraday horn mechanism that we're pretty familiar with from a lot of the simplex rebranded horns like the 9840, the 9845, and then there was a lower power version of it in the 9833 and the 9838. But this horn, like I just said, uses that Faraday mechanism, so it looks and sounds significantly different from a standard Federal Signal 4050D, a B2 or B4. There's also another version of this that's very similar, the D1. It uses the circuit board version of the Faraday horns, and when I film a video real quickly here with the FC72 panel, I'm going to be using that device, so if you want to watch something else after this system test, feel free to go back and see that video. It should have been posted a couple days before this. But anyways, let's move on to setting these horns off so you can hear some of the differences between the B4 series and the C2 series. So we're going to go ahead and start things off today with the pull station from the bank's main entrance, which is mounted on the big red box here. So let's go ahead. And now we're going to go ahead and do the former basement pull station. And now we're going to go ahead and reset both of these stations, which MS2s are notorious for having really stiff locks, especially when the pull station's in the activated position. Although these two don't seem too bad. Well, maybe not this one so much. I don't want to break my key off in here. There we go. Yeah, I guess a little tip, if your pull station is, your MS2 is so jammed that you're worried that the key might snap off in the lock, if you pull, oh, here we go, if you pull a little bit on the alarm lever, that'll help to release some of the tension on that spring, which should hopefully let the lock cylinder turn a little bit easier. I've considered putting a little bit of oil or lubricant in the little slot where the key attaches to keep the pull station locked, to kind of help with that problem, but I haven't really gotten around to it yet. I'm not sure if it would even stay or if it would just kind of run out the bottom of the pull station body, but it would certainly be better than losing a key in one of these stations. Anyways, so now we're going to go ahead and reset the panel. Alright, here we are. And today I feel like using the key switch to reset the DMPXR 500, so that's what we're going to go ahead and do. There we go. So that's all the system test content I had planned for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, by the time I upload this system test, I should have a couple videos, or well, at least one, maybe a couple, videos out of some of the other devices that I removed from this bank demolition, including, most importantly, the FC72. I'll be posting a video just kind of testing and demonstrating that, and then maybe another video kind of overviewing all the features of it and, you know, what it's all about, even though I kind of got into that during the new fire alarm devices videos. But anyways, keep an eye out for those, and I'll see you next time. So thank you guys for watching.